Have you ever wondered why, despite eating healthy, staying active, and doing everything by the book, your legs feel like they're betraying you? Why does climbing a few steps feel like scaling a mountain? Why does it take just a bit longer to stand up from your favorite chair? Is it just the inevitable march of time? Or could something else be quietly working against you? Here's the shocker. It's not always about what you're missing. Sometimes, it's what you're doing every single day, thinking it's the right choice. For years, we've been told that fruits are nature's candy, wholesome, vibrant, and packed with goodness. And for the most part, they are. But here's the truth no one talks about. Not all fruits are your friends as you age. In fact, some of the fruits you eat without a second thought could be silently weakening your legs, fueling joint pain, and making every step a little harder. These so-called healthy fruits might be chipping away at your balance, mobility, and strength. As we get older, our bodies change, our metabolism slows, our circulation weakens, and foods that once nourished us can start to harm us in subtle ways. These fruits might taste sweet and seem harmless, but they can pack sugars, acids, or compounds that spike blood sugar, inflame joints, or sap leg strength. The damage creeps in so quietly you don't notice, until one day you feel a nagging ache in your knees, a heaviness in your thighs, or a strange stiffness after a short walk. Today, I'm pulling back the curtain on the 7 fruits seniors over 60 should steer clear of if they want to protect their legs from pain, weakness, and long-term damage. These fruits may look innocent, but they're anything but. By the end, you'll never look at your fruit bowl the same way again. So stick with me if you want to keep your legs strong, steady, and pain-free. Your body deserves this wake-up call. Before we dive in, if you care about staying strong, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We're uncovering health truths no one else is talking about. And let me know you're here. Drop a 1 in the comments if this hits home, or a 0 if it doesn't. Your voice matters more than you know. Let's get started with the first fruit on our list. It's praised as a heart-healthy superstar, but for seniors, it could be a hidden troublemaker. Let's talk about number 1. Grapefruit, often celebrated as a zesty, vitamin C-packed breakfast staple, hides a surprisingly sinister side for seniors over 60, earning its title as the circulation saboteur due to its subtle yet significant impact on leg health and mobility. This citrus fruit, with its vibrant pink or yellow flesh, is loaded with citric acid and natural sugars that can wreak havoc on aging bodies in ways most people never suspect. As we age, our joints become more sensitive, and our blood vessels lose their youthful elasticity, making them vulnerable to stress from acidic foods like grapefruit. The citric acid can irritate already inflamed joints, particularly for those with arthritis or chronic pain, leading to nagging stiffness in the hips, a burning sensation in the knees, or a dull ache in the ankles that lingers after simple activities like walking or climbing stairs. Beyond its acidity, grapefruit's natural sugars cause rapid blood sugar spikes, which are far from harmless in older adults with slower metabolisms and less efficient insulin responses. These spikes strain the delicate blood vessels that supply oxygen and nutrients to the leg muscles, gradually weakening circulation over time. The result is a cascade of symptoms: calves that ache after minimal exertion, ankles that swell by evening, and legs that feel inexplicably heavy, as if weighed down by invisible burdens. Even more concerning, grapefruit contains compounds like furanocoumarins that can interfere with common medications, such as statins, blood thinners, or blood pressure drugs, often amplifying their effects or causing side effects like dizziness, muscle weakness, or fatigue. Symptoms that can make seniors feel unsteady or sluggish, further compromising mobility. For example, a single grapefruit or glass of its juice can inhibit liver enzymes responsible for metabolizing these drugs, leading to unpredictable effects that might manifest as lead cramps or a sense of unsteadiness. The most insidious part is the lack of immediate warning signs. The damage accumulates quietly, month after month, until one day you notice you can't walk as far, stand as long, or move as freely as you once did. Grapefruit's reputation as a heart-healthy, low-calorie fruit makes it a staple in many seniors' diets, but this trust can blind them to its risks. especially when consumed regularly. For instance, starting each day with half a grapefruit might seem like a wholesome habit, but it could be contributing to persistent leg fatigue, swollen feet, or joint pain that's mistaken for just aging. If you've been loyal to grapefruit and struggling with unexplained leg weakness, swelling, or discomfort, it's time to reconsider its place on your plate and opt for gentler fruits that support, rather than sabotage, your circulation and strength.
Number 2. Apples.
Apples, long revered as the poster child of wholesome snacking with their crisp bite and the adage, "An apple a day keeps the doctor away," conceal a deceptive downside for seniors over 60, earning the moniker the sugar sneak for their subtle yet damaging effects on leg health and joint function. Beneath their shiny red or green skins, apples, particularly sweeter varieties like Fuji, Gala, or Honeycrisp, pack a surprising load of fructose, a natural sugar that hits the liver hard, especially in aging bodies where metabolic processes are less efficient. As we age, the liver struggles to process excess fructose, converting it into fat or uric acid, which then accumulates in joints like the knees, ankles, and toes, triggering sharp, burning pain, gout-like symptoms, or persistent stiffness that makes morning walks or climbing stairs feel like a chore. This uric acid buildup can manifest as a throbbing big toe that wakes you at night, stiff calves after sitting, or a nagging ache in your knees that you might dismiss as just getting older. Even less sweet varieties, like Granny Smith, contain enough sugar to cause blood glucose spikes, which stress the fragile blood vessels supplying oxygen to leg muscles, leading to weakened circulation and symptoms like leg fatigue, cramps, or a heavy dragging sensation after minimal activity. For seniors with slower metabolisms or conditions like insulin resistance, these spikes trigger inflammation that further irritates joints and soft tissues, making every step feel heavier and more painful over time. The fiber in apples, while beneficial for digestion, isn't enough to counteract the sugar load, especially when apples are so easy to overeat. Grabbing 2 or 3 as a healthy snack is common, but that's a sugar bomb equivalent to a candy bar for an aging body. Compounding the issue, apples are often eaten raw, sometimes late in the day, leaving their sugars and acids to linger in the system, potentially disrupting sleep with leg cramps or morning stiffness. Their wholesome reputation makes them a go-to for seniors aiming to eat clean, but this blind trust can mask the gradual toll they take as the damage creeps in silently. No immediate pain, no obvious red flags, just a slow erosion of mobility. For example, that daily apple with lunch might seem virtuous, but if you're noticing increased joint pain, leg heaviness, or difficulty standing after sitting, it could be contributing to the problem. If apples are a staple in your diet and you're battling unexplained leg weakness, joint discomfort, or sluggishness, it's time to rethink this iconic fruit and choose alternatives that nourish rather than undermine your strength and stability. Number 3. Avocados. Avocados, celebrated as the creamy green darling of health-conscious diets and plastered across social media as the ultimate superfood, earn the ominous title the Fatty Deceiver for their hidden toll on seniors over 60, particularly when it comes to leg health and mobility. While their monounsaturated fats are touted for heart benefits, avocados are deceptively calorie-dense and rich in potassium, which can backfire in aging bodies with slower metabolisms and less resilient systems. For seniors, excessive potassium intake, especially from frequent avocado consumption, can strain aging kidneys, leading to fluid retention that manifests as swollen ankles, puffy calves, or stiff knees, making legs feel like they're wading through molasses. This swelling, often mistaken for a long day on your feet, can compress joints and exacerbate discomfort, particularly for those already grappling with arthritis or poor circulation. Beyond potassium, the high fat content, while healthy, can slow digestion in older adults, causing bloating that puts pressure on the lower body, contributing to a heavy, sluggish feeling in the legs after an avocado-heavy meal like guacamole or avocado toast. This sluggishness isn't just discomfort. It can reduce blood flow to leg muscles, leading to cramps, fatigue, or a creeping sense of weakness that makes standing or walking feel harder than it should. For example, eating half an avocado daily might seem like a nutritious choice, But for someone with compromised kidney function or insulin resistance, it could tip the balance toward edema or metabolic stress. Avocado's rich texture also makes them easy to overeat. One slice turns into a whole fruit, piling on calories and fats that aging bodies struggle to process efficiently, potentially worsening circulation issues and leaving legs starved for oxygen. The deception lies in their wholesome reputation. Seniors often double down on avocados, thinking more is better, unaware that this heart-healthy fruit can quietly contribute to joint stiffness, leg heaviness, or even unsteady steps. Unlike sugary fruits that cause immediate spikes, avocados' effects are subtler, accumulating over weeks or months until you notice your legs tire faster or ache after minimal activity. If you're a fan of avocados and battling unexplained leg swelling, fatigue, or discomfort, it's time to scale back and consider fruits that support your mobility without deceiving your body's aging systems.
Number 4. Cantaloupe.
Cantaloupe, with its juicy orange flesh and refreshing sweetness, is a summer staple that seems like the epitome of light, hydrating goodness. But for seniors over 60, it earns the troubling title of the sweet saboteur due to its deceptive impact on leg health and overall mobility. Despite its reputation as a low-calorie, water-rich fruit, cantaloupe harbors a shockingly high glycemic index, meaning its natural sugars cause blood sugar levels to spike rapidly, much like a sugary dessert, which is particularly harmful for aging bodies with less efficient insulin responses. These spikes trigger inflammation, especially in areas with already compromised circulation like the calves, ankles, and knees, leading to a cascade of symptoms. A dull ache after a short walk, persistent swelling in the feet at night, or a heavy, fatigued feeling in the legs that makes stairs feel like a mountain. For seniors, this inflammation doesn't just fade, it accumulates, quietly eroding joint health and muscle strength, so that over time, even simple movements become more taxing. The fruit's high water content, while hydrating, can also contribute to fluid imbalances in those with aging kidneys, exacerbating puffiness in the lower extremities that compresses joints and amplifies discomfort, particularly for those with arthritis or venous issues. Cantaloupe's allure lies in its ease of overconsumption. Its juicy, melt-in-your-mouth texture makes it tempting to devour multiple slices or even half a melon in one sitting, piling on more sugar than an aging metabolism can handle, which further stresses blood vessels and reduces oxygen flow to leg muscles. This can result in cramps, a creeping sense of weakness, or that frustrating moment when your legs just give out after minimal effort. The sabotage is subtle. There's no immediate pain or obvious warning, just a gradual decline that you might chalk up to aging until you're struggling to keep up with daily activities. Compounding the issue, cantaloupe's potassium content, while beneficial in moderation, can strain kidneys in seniors, leading to fluid retention that worsens leg swelling and stiffness, especially if consumed alongside other potassium-rich foods. Its wholesome image, often served in fruit salads or as a healthy snack, masks these risks, lulling seniors into thinking they're nourishing their bodies when they're actually setting the stage for joint pain and mobility challenges. If you're a cantaloupe lover and notice your legs feel tired, puffy, or achy after meals, it's time to rethink this sweet saboteur and opt for fruits that bolster your strength without undermining your aging body's delicate balance.
Number 5. Cranberries.
Cranberries, those tiny ruby-red jewels celebrated for their antioxidant prowess and urinary tract health benefits, earn the unsettling title of the tart traitor for their deceptive betrayal of seniors over 60, as their intense acidity and hidden sugars quietly undermine leg health and mobility in ways that are easy to overlook. These tart berries are packed with organic acids, such as quinic and citric acid, which give them their signature puckering bite, but can wreak havoc on aging joints, particularly for those already battling arthritis, gout, or chronic inflammation. By seeping into the bloodstream and irritating sensitive tissues in the knees, hips, and ankles, leading to nagging stiffness, a burning sensation in the joints, or a subtle ache that lingers after simple tasks like standing or walking. This acid-driven irritation can exacerbate existing pain, making mornings feel creakier or short strolls more taxing, often mistaken for the inevitable toll of aging. Compounding the issue, many cranberry products, think juices, dried berries, or sauces, are loaded with added sugars to mask their natural tartness, causing rapid blood sugar spikes that stress the fragile blood vessels supplying oxygen to leg muscles, resulting in weakened circulation, leg fatigue, cramps, or a heavy dragging sensation that slows you down.
Even unsweetened, whole cranberries, while lower in sugar, still pose risks when consumed in large amounts, as their acids accumulate over time, silently fueling inflammation that erodes joint flexibility and leg strength. For seniors with slower metabolisms or conditions like insulin resistance, these effects are amplified, turning a seemingly healthy snack into a catalyst for discomfort. The betrayal is particularly insidious because cranberries' health halo, bolstered by their association with preventing UTIs and fighting oxidative stress, encourages regular consumption, whether in smoothies, trail mixes, or holiday dishes, without a second thought about their long-term impact. For example, a daily glass of cranberry juice might seem like a proactive health choice, but it could be contributing to persistent knee stiffness, ankle swelling, or that frustrating moment when your legs feel unsteady after sitting too long. The damage is gradual, with no immediate red flags, so seniors might not connect their worsening leg pain or sluggish mobility to these tart traders until the effects are pronounced.
Additionally, cranberries' high oxalate content can pose a risk for those prone to kidney stones, potentially leading to further metabolic stress that indirectly affects leg health through fluid imbalances or inflammation. If you're a cranberry enthusiast and noticing increased joint soreness, leg heaviness, or difficulty moving with ease, it's time to reconsider this celebrated berry and choose fruits that support your aging body without betraying its delicate balance.
Number 6. Peaches.
Peaches, those fuzzy, sun-kissed orbs of summer sweetness that drip with juice and evoke memories of warm days and farmers' markets, earn the dubious title of the Potassium Pretender for their deceptive impact on seniors over 60, as their alluring flavor and nutrient profile mask a range of issues that can quietly undermine leg health and mobility. Touted for their potassium content, which is often praised for supporting muscle function and preventing cramps, peaches can paradoxically pose problems for aging bodies, particularly when consumed in excess, as their high potassium levels can overwhelm aging kidneys, leading to fluid retention that manifests as swollen ankles, puffy calves, or stiff knees, symptoms that make legs feel heavy and sluggish, as if weighed down by an invisible force. This swelling, often mistaken for standing too long or overexertion, can compress joints and exacerbate discomfort, especially for seniors with arthritis, heart conditions, or compromised kidney function, turning a refreshing snack into a source of persistent leg fatigue. Beyond potassium, peaches are packed with natural sugars, primarily fructose, which cause rapid blood sugar spikes that stress the delicate blood vessels supplying oxygen to leg muscles, triggering inflammation that erodes joint health and weakens circulation, resulting in aching calves, cramps, or a creeping sense of weakness that makes walking or climbing stairs feel like a Herculean task. For seniors with slower metabolisms or insulin resistance, these sugar spikes are particularly harmful, as they fuel chronic inflammation that seeps into the knees, hips, and ankles, making every step heavier and more painful over time. The deceptive ease of overeating peaches, especially when they're ripe, soft, and irresistibly sweet, compounds the issue. One peach quickly becomes 3, delivering a sugar and potassium load that an aging body struggles to process, leading to bloating, sluggish digestion, and increased pressure on the lower body that can manifest as leg heaviness or unsteady steps. Unlike overly acidic fruits, peaches' mild flavor and juicy texture lull seniors into thinking they're a harmless treat, but their effects are insidious, accumulating silently with no immediate warning signs until you notice your legs tire faster, swell more, or ache after minimal activity. For example, enjoying a peach-heavy dessert might seem like a wholesome indulgence, but if you're battling unexplained leg swelling, joint stiffness, or difficulty standing after sitting, this potassium pretender could be a culprit. Peach's wholesome reputation, bolstered by their vitamins and antioxidants, makes them a staple in many seniors' diets. But this trust can blind them to the gradual toll they take, especially when consumed regularly without moderation. If you're a peach lover and notice your legs feel puffy, tired, or unsteady, it's time to scale back and choose fruits that bolster your mobility without pretending to be kinder to your aging body than they truly are.
Number 7. Tangerines.
Tangerines, those petite, peel-and-eat citrus gems that burst with sweet, tart flavor and fit perfectly in a lunchbox or as a quick snack, earn the troubling title of the citrus culprit for their deceptive role in undermining leg health and mobility in seniors over 60, as their vibrant appeal and vitamin C-packed reputation mask a host of issues that can quietly erode joint function and circulation.
Like their larger citrus cousins, tangerines are brimming with citric acid, which, while refreshing to the palate, can act as a silent irritant to aging joints, particularly for those already contending with arthritis, gout, or chronic inflammation,
seeping into the bloodstream and aggravating the delicate tissues in the knees, hips, and ankles, resulting in creaky stiffness, a burning ache, or a subtle soreness that makes standing up or taking a short walk feel more laborious than it should. This acid-driven irritation can amplify existing pain, turning a simple act like getting out of a chair into a wincing ordeal, often dismissed as just another sign of aging. Beyond their acidity, tangerines pack a surprising amount of natural sugars, primarily fructose, which cause rapid blood sugar spikes that stress the fragile blood vessels supplying oxygen to leg muscles, leading to weakened circulation and a cascade of symptoms. Leg fatigue that sets in after minimal effort, cramps that jolt you awake at night, or a heavy, unsteady feeling that slows your steps. For seniors with slower metabolisms or insulin resistance, these spikes trigger inflammation that seeps into the joints, making every movement feel heavier and more painful over time, especially in the lower extremities where circulation is already compromised. The deceptive nature of tangerines lies in their snackable size and ease of consumption. One tangerine quickly becomes a pile of peels, as their portability and sweet flavor make overeating almost inevitable, delivering a cumulative load of acid and sugar that an aging body struggles to process, which can manifest as swollen ankles, stiff calves, or a nagging discomfort that lingers after a citrus-heavy snack. Unlike overtly problematic foods, tangerines' wholesome image, bolstered by their association with immune-boosting vitamin C and low-calorie appeal, lulls seniors into thinking they're making a healthy choice, but the damage accumulates silently, with no immediate warning signs until you notice your legs tire faster, ache more, or feel unsteady after routine activities. For example, popping a few tangerines during a mid-afternoon break might seem like a nutritious habit, but if you're battling persistent knee stiffness, hip soreness, or leg heaviness, this citrus culprit could be contributing to the problem. Additionally, tangerines' high acidity can exacerbate digestive sensitivity in older adults, leading to bloating that puts pressure on the lower body, further compounding leg discomfort. If you're a tangerine enthusiast and noticing increased joint pain, leg fatigue, or difficulty moving with ease, it's time to reconsider this seemingly innocent fruit and opt for alternatives that support your aging body without culpable consequences. Lastly, fruits that heal. First up, strawberries. These ruby gems are low in sugar, high in antioxidants, and gentle on your blood sugar. They boost circulation to your legs, reduce swelling, and ease stiffness. A handful a day can make steps feel lighter. Next, try kiwi. It's packed with vitamin C, but lower in acid than citrus, making it kind to joints. It also improves blood flow, helping your legs feel stronger. Then there's pomegranate. Its antioxidants fight inflammation and support healthy blood vessels, keeping your legs energized. For something creamy, go for bananas in moderation. They're potassium-rich but less sugary than peaches, supporting muscles without overloading your system. Finally, try plums. They're low glycemic, fiber-rich, and gentle on joints, giving you steady energy without the sugar crash. These fruits work with your body, not against it, helping you move with ease. Let's wrap this up with a heartfelt message. If you've made it this far, I know you care about your health, your strength, and your future. Aging isn't easy, Those aches, that stiffness, that fear of losing your independence, it's real. But here's the truth. You have the power to change it. Small, smart choices, like picking the right fruits, can make a big difference. These 7 fruits we covered aren't poison, but they might not be right for you anymore. And that's okay. Aging isn't about giving up, it's about getting wiser. Choose foods that fuel your strength, support your joints, and keep you moving. You'll feel it. Lighter steps, less pain, clearer mornings. I want to hear from you now. Drop a comment with one thing you learned or one change you're ready to make. Your story could inspire someone else. If this opened your eyes, hit the like button and subscribe with notifications on. You don't want to miss what's next. Before you go, type 1 if this helped, or 0 if it didn't. Your voice matters. Stay strong, stay smart, and remember, your legs carry your freedom. Keep them strong.